The following production is part of the Play Some Video Games podcast network.
I say it's time we focus on what really matters. The games. Who's with me?
Hello and welcome to another episode of PSXP Plus, the PlayStation Experience Podcast's sidebar podcast for your off-week check-in. I am your host, Seth, and just want to say Merry Christmas, as this is the final PSXP related episode that will release before Christmas and also possibly before the new year. We will be back with a full-on Game of the Year episode on January 2nd that we'll release, and we'll talk about our favorite games of 2018 on that day. I did want to do a quick shout-out to the background music here. It is from Teenage Tragedy. You can find Teenage Tragedy over on Spotify, and he is a listener of the Play Some Video Games podcast network, and thank you for providing some audio for us. As I said, this is probably our final little push out to you before Christmas time. Did want to hit some news items. Really, there's one big news item. First is the drop. This week, coming to the PlayStation 4, we have Atari Flashback Classics, which I think has a ton of Atari games. There's Battle Princess Madeline, which follows a young knight in training, Madeline, and her ghostly pet dog Fritzy, as they set out on a journey to save her kingdom and her family from the clutches of an evil wizard. There's a game called Beats Fever, which is a VR rhythm game. Cook Serve Delicious 2 is coming out. There's a game called Hellfront Honeymoon, which is from Some of the Minds. It's not from Image and Form, but it's from they partner with another studio. It's from Some of the Minds behind the Image and Form SteamWorld Dig games. It's a twin-stick action strategy game to be enjoyed with friends over a 6-pack of fruit juice. One screen, one winner. Short, intense matches. Play solo or co-op missions, or go all-out deathmatch. The third and final DLC for Spider-Man, called Silver Lining. The DLC package as a whole is called The City That Never Sleeps. The third one comes out on Friday. It is called Silver Lining. And that pretty much covers it. There's a couple other games. Warhammer Vermintide 2. I've never played a Warhammer game. Never played the first Vermintide game. The big news of the week actually just happened. I'm recording this on Tuesday. Just happened earlier today. There was a stream from Media Molecule where they revealed that the beta is finally upon us for Dreams. And the beta actually launches on December 19th, which should be today, the day that this podcast is released. And it is a closed beta for people who have subscribed to the Media Molecule newsletter, who happen to be 18 and older, who live in the US, Canada, or a couple other English-speaking countries, and a couple other things. So it's a closed beta right now, and then on January 4th they will launch they will launch signups for the open beta, which will start on January 8th, and the beta will run through January 21st. So included in the beta, they do have a great FAQ over on the Media Molecule website, And the focus for the beta is the create tools. So according to this, you'll find a pretty complete set of create tools as well as a partial set of tutorials to get you started. Social features are in there but not 100%, and they also have some mini games made by the Media Molecule team. So it sounds like it's just kind of an entry-level thing, and then pretty much for people who are getting in on day one, they'll have a month to play around with this thing. It is only open to EU and US participants. The newsletter, if you had to have signed up by December 7th and meet all the other criteria in order to get an invite. The story mode will not be playable in the beta. They've also removed a lot of content, so there might be more creative things in the final version, or there certainly will be. They wanted to make sure that everything is good to go on this. They also want to I think that the things that you create in the beta carry over into the full game. So nothing that's created over this next month will be wasted. There are no trophies, and some of the Dreamiverse social features are not in there. Local co-op, you can play anything in play mode with a local player, but co-op create isn't available in beta. Also, VR is not available in beta. They did have over on their Twitch channel a pretty good 45-minute stream or so, where they talk about the beta and all the details, and then they just do some create mode and show some of the things that are going to be. They show the beta build and show what you'll be able to do, and it's pretty good. It looks like a really neat thing. I'm really excited for Dreams, not as a creator, because I'm just not going to create anything with it, but I'm excited for the potential of other creators, and really am looking forward to seeing what other people have created eventually. And also looking forward to, I think it's something that my kids will get into, and that other kids will. I do want to mention too, during the stream, they only played it with the Move controllers, which are not required, but it looks like you'll definitely have more control over what you're doing if you have those Move controllers. So those could be worth a purchase if you're really interested in Dreams, especially interested in the Creation Suite. It is noted that the closed beta is it is closed. You sign an NDA. You cannot talk about it. There is a forum to talk about it. The sort of normal beta stuff. Aside from that, it's holiday time, so there's not a lot of big time news going on right now, video game wise. But the PSN does have a holiday sale ongoing. Started last week and goes at least through Christmas, and probably for another week or two after that. They're rotating out some different games. So some of the big games up this week: Spider-Man is 33% off, down to $40. I know that Assassin's Creed Odyssey is down to $30. FIFA is on sale. Madden is on sale for $24. There are, according to this, 1,422 items on sale between core games, deluxe editions, DLC, things like that. The Spyro and Crash Remastered Game Bundle on sale for $50, so you get the whole complete package of both of those games for $50. Like I said earlier, FIFA, that is $24. Madden's $24. That Castlevania Requiem Symphony of the Night re-release is $10. Fallout 76 is $40. So it really is. It's a pretty good sale. really. So head over to the PSN and check that out. Also did, before signing off here, want to direct everyone to our Patreon, patreon.com/PSVG. They are, that is where you can go to learn about what we're doing. We are posting on there. We have team members that post on Patreon a couple times a week. I posted something last week about a review of racing games in 2018. So you can, if you are a backer, you can find that. Did want to thank our Patreon producers, Coach Hulk, Edwin Callow, Dev Tyus, Kevin Austin, Chris M., Kyle Hyman, Joel Voss, and Bonesaw. Thank you to everybody who supports us, and thank you to our producers. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And though we may pledge fanboy allegiances to different flags, deep down inside we all serve one master, one king. And his name is gaming. Forever may he reign!
This has been a production of the Play Some Video Games Podcast Network.